Are you a real estate agent who's lost touch with a past client? You let things slide for a little bit too long, but now you want to reconnect with them? Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Mike Cerrone with Mastermind Agent, and welcome to Agent Lead Talk, where we share what the top real estate agents in the country are doing to generate consistent flows of home buyer and home seller leads into their practices every day. These are proven methods that the top agents are actually using. Now, I've had the honor of speaking with hundreds of top agents who close up to 50, 100, 200, 300, even 500 homes per year. And through a special project, I asked them to come in and share one of their best lead generation methods. Today, we're going to talk about one of those methods. Let's jump in. Believe it or not, it's a common problem to let things slide with a past client you haven't kept in touch, right? Because most of these buyers and sellers are going to have a long cycle before they transact again. We tend to forget about them after we go to the closing. We just go to the closing and just, well, they'll call me when they're ready again. I know it's not going to be for another 5, 7, 10 years, so why keep in touch? I've made that mistake, and I'm sure you have too. Now, the question is, what do you do when you've done that? How do you reconnect and reestablish that relationship, that bond with this past client you had such a good time with when you helped them buy their home or sell their home or whatever the transaction was? Well, to find out, I went out and talked to one of the top agents in the nation to see what they do if this were to occur to them or occur to somebody that they know. And I talked to Jeff Cohn, who's out there in Omaha, Nebraska, really sharp guy. This fella went out there and closed 700 transactions worth 140 million in 1 year. Now, he's done that with a team, but keep in mind when he was a solo agent with one assistant, he was doing 80 transactions a year. This guy's a really sharp fella. And he knows how to create a bond with someone, how to reconnect, especially if things, for whatever reason, fell out. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about a script that you can use to call up somebody that you haven't talked to in a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, whatever it's been, and reestablish that bond so that you can help them again if they decide to move again, a repeat, or maybe they know somebody who's going to move, a referral. You want to make sure that your sphere is in place and working really well. All right, so let's walk through a script that Jeff has given us to reconnect with a past client that we lost touch with. So I'm going to be reading from Jeff's side, and again, my eyes are going to be floating all over because I'm going to be reading his script. But here we go. Might want to take some notes on this. So here we go. You call up, ring, 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 and they say hello, and you say, "Hi, is John there?" And they say, "Yeah, this is John." And you say, "Hey, John, what's up? This is Mike calling with ABC Realty, and you bought a house from me like 7 years ago, and we haven't talked since. How are things going?" And you open it up the conversation and see what they have to say. Hopefully it's friendly, and they come back. Whatever happens there, you're going to go to the next part, which is, well, you probably moved 5 or 6 times now, right? Are you still at 123 Elm Street? And what you try to do is lighten things up, right? And then you're going to add that you're talking about your database. So here's the next part. "Hey, I'm going through and I'm updating my database. Obviously, I got the right number for you. I should still have your address. Is it still 123 Elm Street?" Okay, so we're going to verify things. We're going through and verifying our database information, right? Perfect. Then email for you. Are you still working with ABC Company? Great. So you're still there? Awesome. And that's the email address that works best for you? Cool. Well, I don't know if you know this, but when you purchased your property, you probably spent somewhere in the neighborhood of 200 to 210,000. Your property today is probably worth 500 to 550,000. I know your neighborhood has really done well. It's probably up maybe 7% over the last year. Did you know that? Okay, so now we're talking about the value of their property, and now we're going to connect the dots here, right? So I'm calling everyone in my sphere, both to get everything up to date in my database, but then also to check in to see if you're curious about what your current home value is. And if you have any interest in putting your home on the market anytime in the near future. Have you? And if they say yes, hey, now let's go for a listing appointment. And if they say no, well, here's the next thing. Well, that's no problem at all. Back in the day, I meant to set you up on an auto email so every time a house sold in your neighborhood, it would alert you so that you can keep tabs. Would you be all right, since I already have your email address, if I set you up on an auto email every time a house hits the market in your area? And then when you're ready to put your home on the market, or if you come in contact with someone who's thinking about putting their house on the market or buy a home, you have my contact information and you can just forward them to me. And then we start to go for the wrap up. So here's what's next. Hey, again, I'm calling my sphere, and I know I've done a sucky job the last couple of years keeping up, but I want to start doing it every 3 months. I want you to know that I care about you, and I haven't shown you that lately. And that's the end of the script, right? You're going to come to some type of conclusion. Something that you need to keep in mind, that when they do surveys, National Association of Realtors does surveys, they discover that most people love the agent that they used, right? We're pretty good in the industry about getting people to the finish line. And it's somewhere just under 90% of the people would reuse the agent that they used prior. But time elapses, and their number one thing is they can't remember how to contact them. They may forget the name, but usually they forget how to contact them, and so they just go on to the next person. So only 11% of the people end up repeating with the same agent because they can't remember how to contact them. They lose touch. They start to get nervous. Why didn't they call me? Blah, blah, blah. That's not on the past client. That's on you. You need to stay in touch with them. So I just gave you a great way to break the ice, get back in the game, reconnect that relationship with them. Go ahead and re-listen to this, write down that script, and start calling all your past clients that you lost touch with and rekindle that relationship. It's going to be so valuable for you. Personally, first of all, you're going to love it because you're reconnecting with people that you like. And second, business-wise, it's going to be phenomenal because now you got some more people that are going to repeat and refer. And there's nothing like that personal connection. So go out there and make those phone calls. Well, do you like this lead generation idea? Want to hear exactly how to do it directly from the top agent who mastered it? Check out RealGTV, Real Estate Agent Lead Generation Television. Basically, it's a huge database of training videos where the top agents in the nation describe their best lead generation methods. Many share scripts, role play, show marketing samples and demonstrations. Basically, it's a proven lead generation library. If you want to create your own lead flow machine, just like top agents, consider joining RealGTV. Hit the pause button, open an internet browser, and type in RealGTV. That's REALG.TV, Real Estate Agent Lead Generation Television, and check it out. And if you're tired of buying leads and want to find out the top 5 free lead sources that top agents are using to get new leads into their practices every day for free, download the free report at freeleadlist.com. Just go to freeleadlist.com and get your copy today. Do it now and find out exactly how the top agents are getting free leads. Well, thanks for hanging out with me on Agent Lead Talk. Be sure to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button right now so that you'll be notified when the next episode comes out and we talk about the latest lead generation method to get more leads into your practice every day. Keep moving forward.